Hi, hi, hi. I didn't forget I was muted. Hi, hello, hello, hello. How are my lovely broommates? Hi. I didn't oversleep this time. Ooh, well done, well done. My life is Thomas. Oh, thank you for being my little pet. Finally awake for a Yumi stream. Rip. Hello. Ow, don't bite me. Gonna go brush my teeth. Well, okay, have fun. Yumi looking spicy? Yumi is a what? I'm a succubus. What's wrong with that? Hi, googly moogly. I still can't get over you guys' paranormal stories from yesterday. I'm now scared of attracting ghosts in my house. Hey, I'm sure it's... Hey, your Yumi almost muted sensei. It's probably not gonna happen. I was gonna say it's not gonna happen, but it's most likely not gonna happen. You won't get possessed by demons. That's just Alias, apparently. My time changed. Our teacher be looking different tonight. I thought I should dress up for Halloween. What do you think? What do you think? Daylight savings really surprised me with this stream. What, is it daylight savings already? Oh, I guess the UK just hit daylight savings, right? This explains so much. Possess me? Hot ghosts in your area? I'm not a ghost. Succubi are meant to be attractive and sexual. Is it okay if I say would? Not to your teacher. Although this is a bit of an inappropriate costume for your teacher, right? Daylight savings in the Netherlands. Yeah, I think Europe hit daylight savings is what I meant. As long as we don't have any Korean shamans in our basements. I don't even have a basement, so... Step 1. Complete. I must say you're looking inappropriate for a class setting. This is true. But I didn't have anything else to wear. Although I felt like I had nothing else to wear. Oh, I have to do this because I'll forget and then I'll get in trouble. Oh, Halloween merch! Look, it's me! And there's me again. Yeah, I'm there too! There's the acrylic shaker key rings, keychains. And then there's the regular keychains. And we have an acrylic block. Look how cute Nova looks. Oh my god. Everyone looks so good. But yeah. Me! The face of Halloween! Who would have guessed? I am shocked. I must shake. I'm getting all the shakers. That's what I know. I'm getting the shakers. Merch looks great. Yeah, I'm excited for the shakers. I wonder how big they are. I hope they're big so then I can really shake them. I can shake them hard. I want the Yumi shaker so bad. When am I gonna graduate? I'm like 30. Huh? Oh! Forever. This class never ends. High school never ends. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No. High school never ends. I forgot the apple at home. The merch looks nice, but you look nicer. Oh, thank you. Just like the ones there. Yeah. What? No, excuse me. How dare you? How very dare you? Don't say that to your teacher. Appropriate for Halloween? Yeah, I think so. No? Yumi in the walls? I know everything. Whatever you wear, it's just a lovely time to tune in for your streams, Yumi. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how long this stream is gonna be because while I was doing my research, something happened in like the 1940s and 50s where basically everything can be surmised as mass consumerism. So I was like, I'm not gonna make slides on this. so we shall see how we go. I try to do more stuff on the history and some other traditions, but hey, it's not a tangent. I'm talking about mass consumerism. So yeah, so I try to do a little bit more info on the history of Halloween, and then yeah, you'll see when it changes really quick. 3.5. What the hell is 3.5? Oh, 9mm. Oh, that's kind of big, huh? I like that. That is a tangent. No, it's not. It's about Halloween. It's about Halloween. And why I don't have as many slides. The real horror is consumerism. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, in the 40s and 50s, they were marketing everything. But that's besides the point. Was it the 40s where they started marketing razors to women? I think so. All the men were at war, and Gillette was like, well, what the hell are we going to do with all these shavers? And they were like, maybe we could convince women they need to shave. That's a soundbite. Wait, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Damn it. Important Celtic seasonal festival to candy, trick-or-treat, costumes. Yeah. Well, there is some history with trick-or-treating and costumes. But yeah, it literally just went from, this is why they did this, to let's like make, because costumes used to be homemade and they used to be very specific masks and stuff. And then they were like, no. Let's start mass producing costumes for children. And let's start making them give out candy. Because, you know, trick-or-treating used to be like little cakes and fruit. And then in the 50s, they were like, nah, we need to sell more candy. Hi, Yumi. Hello. Aldous Huxley has some things to say about advertising. I appear. Welcome. Every holiday is commercialized. Yes, Christmas very much so. I'm sure that's what the church was thinking when they were inventing Christmas. They were like, oh, I want a holiday where people can go buy PlayStation 5s. They go buy PlayStation 5s and fill stockings with gifts. Hi, Yumi. Hello. You'll never know. Who's gonna believe you? This is one of the only time I'll say this out loud, at least. You look very gorgeous. Thank you. How about histories of the nations that are part and used to be part of the Commonwealth? You are a British subject, right? Against my will, I suppose. What's that gonna do with Halloween? Oh, you mean like do a thing? That is for real dark history. That is really dark history. What the British did? Gotta get that scratch, chase that bag. You look great, Yumi. Thank you. Sell out Christmas. I mean, celebrate Christmas. In Australia, it's just an excuse to get drunk with mates now. Halloween or Christmas? Christmas is very much... The pubs are open on Christmas. Well, at least the pubs near me are open. Or the Buttelos are open. You can go get some beers and then Go to the beach. It's nice. We can go on so much about what Rem did to us. Hey, not even just Australia and New Zealand. They have a history. It is dark. How did you get this outfit? Made a deal on the bed with Asmodeus? Come now, stop that. I borrowed it from Maya. The Portuguese. Oh, the Portuguese. That's true. No one suspects the Spanish Inquisition. Don't forget about Easter. Yes, Easter also. There's a lot we could do dark histories on. But today we're doing Halloween. You say costumes are homemade. Is your costume homemade, or is there something you've been hiding from us, Miss Yumi? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you meant. Mario looked so good singing in 3D earlier. I mean, to be fair, Mario always looks good. 3D or 2D. She got Mephisto, a child. That's how she got it. Gotta be very careful about those topics. I, for one, would love to delve into those topics, though. We shall see how we go. True. Yes, she's stunning. Stunning, beautiful, gorgeous. Easter Sunday is about a giant bunny shitting out Easter eggs. We'll do a history stream about Easter when it comes around. Easter always coincides with my birthday, so I hate it. But yes, we will. There's a lot. We've got a lot of dark histories that we said we're gonna do. V4 has so many absolutely stunning beauties, including Mari and Yumi. Me? Stop! I think I've zoned out for at least 4 hours. My ADHD. Because of me? Or just in general? I don't know. How many history channels do you follow? A lot. A lot. Yeah, a lot. My costume's gonna be very simple yet sleek, and I'm excited to take pictures with it. Oh. Sounds nice. There's a lot to unpack. Easter and Yumi. So Easter bunny girl outfit for you, eh? So what's that tattoo in your womb area? Don't worry about it. Christmas, you're doing Krampus. We need more info. Ooh, Krampus. Isn't he the one that kidnapped children and put them in, like, sacks? There's some weird... The Europeans do Christmas different. It's terrifying. A lot of dark history. Yes. That would explain your pre-debut short with the bunny girl. Yeah, it was around Easter. That's right. I need a hockey mask. That's gonna be your Halloween outfit. Yumi, you got some explaining to do. Lucy, I'm home. No. Tell us, or we have to Google it. Google what? I zoned out already. Oh, about the European holiday. Yeah, there's so many different, like, Santa Claus derivatives. But most of them are just terrifying creatures that kidnap children. If they're naughty. So you know how they're like, oh, if you're not good, then you won't get any presents this year. Or like in some countries, it's like, if you're not good, this dude's gonna show up. This creature's gonna show up and put you in his sack and leave. And you're like, okay. Europe still has some vestige of the pagan stuff with the holidays that are easy to offload elsewhere. Oh, Jason from Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, I thought you meant Jason. My bad. Also, I was thinking of changing this week's member stream to a movie, like a classic movie, maybe like Halloween or Friday the 13th. Maybe not Friday the 13th. I think there's boobs in that one. Like a classic. I need to teach you about the Icelandic tradition of the Yule lads. Uh-oh. Oh no. Anytime you've taught me something about like Norwegian history, it's been terrifying. Does Santa kidnap children? I have a letter from Santa. He didn't kidnap me. Wasn't there a couple of Krampus movies too? You could do a history on Wicca and paganism. Oh, that would be fun. Friday the 13th it is. Ironically, I just bought the 13th part 2. Ooh. They have a whole bunch of cramps. How would a hockey mask be a reference to Jason from Friday the 13th? It's obvious to Tokyo Ghoul. You know what? did the same thing last night. Nova was Michael Myers, and Rem came in just before stream and was like, "Which one can I wear?" And I was like, "Oh, Michael Myers isn't taken." And Nova was like, "Oh, am I not Michael Myers?" And I was like, "That is a very good point." Santa did what to you? I don't know. You did almost get kidnapped. Not by Santa. Yeah. Nova and by a joke. Yeah. Nova was like, And I was like, no, wait. Jason is free. Jason is free. It's been I messed up and it was embarrassing, okay? I'm supposed to know my horror movies and I made a boo-boo. It's fine. Okay, shall we begin? Yes. Michael Myers isn't taking Nova. Am I a joke to you? Yes, it was very much like that. Okay, I know. Oh wait, have you seen the rest of this outfit? I don't know if you have. Huh? Yes, it's nice. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna be here. This is gonna move. Whoops. This is gonna move here. I'll make it smaller. Just ignore it for now. And the broommates will go behind me. That's not... I don't know what that is. The broommates will go over here. Yes. Where they can be safe behind me. There's Mike Myers and Michael Myers. Okay, well... Not Austin Powers. These ridiculous Celtic words. Well, joke's on you. I managed to skip most of them. You're telling me Rem didn't pick Freddy Krueger, the most obvious one? We didn't have a Freddy one. That would have been a cute one. I just wanted Pyramid Head. I was like, you can pick whatever you want, but I want Pyramid Head. I'm never safe behind you, though. Of course you are. I will protect you from any oncoming attacks. I don't know. Let me put this here. Trust. I've managed to figure it out so that there's so much, but I think I've done a pretty good job condensing everything. Trust. Okay. The smug look I had when I saw Pyramid Head on you. Not Zeno? What? No, there was no Zeno one either. Otherwise, I would have been Zeno. I mean, obviously. Have a great day, broommates. Shall we get started? Yes, we shall. I also found a piece of my costume. Oh, I'll send photos in the witch posting. Okay. Is it really safe? Of course it is. Sleep paralysis demon with the guy who haunts dream nightmares on Elm Street. Damn, it would have been so good. Oh well. Maybe I'll try drawing one next year. Our own shield succubus. I have homework ready. Grand Zeno? Have you seen Alien Romulus? Not yet. Not yet. At the last second, Yumi would probably dodge out of the way of any attack. No! Maybe. I said maybe. I'm gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonder wall. Sorry. Okay. Let me finagle some things. So cute. Okay. We're gonna talk about Halloween. The history of Halloween. Samhain! I tried to... A lot of the slides I made were redundant because I did Samhain and then Halloween and then how Samhain became Halloween. But I've condensed everything. I've condensed it all. Halloween! Hi, Art Sensei! The Milkies deflect any gunfire? I beg your pardon. I can't believe you wonderwalled us. I'm sorry. The song's been stuck in my head. You're lucky I didn't put a spell on you. That's been stuck in my head too. Here to get educated. Woo! Welcome in, welcome in. Halloween! Halloween's roots stretch back about 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Yeah, hi broommates. Hello, hello. I'm a hex girl. No, Sawain. Samhain. That makes sense. Samhain is an Arabic word. Sawain. Celebrated from sunset on October 31st to sunset on November 1st. It marked the end of harvest season and the start of winter. And, you know, winter, the days get shorter in winter, technically, kind of. So it was associated with darkness and the unknown of winter. The Celts believed that during Samhain, the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest, allowing spirits to cross over into the mortal realm. If you watch any movies, how did Samhain survive the Romans' conquest and colonization? How would I know that? How would I know that? It do be getting darker. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you watch any horror movies or witches in general, they will always try contacting the dead on October 31st, the night of Halloween, usually at midnight. So if you ever try and hire a medium on Halloween, they are booked out. That's like their busiest time of year. And I hope they're not scamming people. But it is their busiest night of the year because they believe that, yes, the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest, and it's easier to contact your loved ones. So they used to light bonfires and make sacrifices to appease the spirits that were coming through the veil. And they believed that the spirits would provide protection and good fortune for the coming winter. And, oh, wait till you hear this. People used to wear costumes. And the costumes were to confuse the spirits so that Halloween is called that because traditionally the start of the new day was at night, not sunrise. People used to wear costumes to disguise themselves from malevolent spirits. So they would, you know, avoid anything bad happening to them. I mean, what were you going to do to the spirit that it would look at you and be like, I'm going to remember your face? But yes, that's where the costumes came from. And they would carve turnips, not pumpkins. We will talk about costumes and pumpkins and, oh, sorry, jack-o'-lanterns separately. But they used to carve turnips, not pumpkins. Hire Yumi on Halloween, no scam, problem solved. Will the Day of the Dead in Latin America be part of the dark history in the future? We're gonna touch on it here. It's on November the 1st. That's towards the end of this, but yes. Take notes for the end of year quiz. Turnips, yes. Don't worry, I've got a photo of a carved turnip, and it's as horrifying as one would imagine. I'm sorry, I have to keep muting to cough because I am getting sick. October 31st, I'm not even gonna say it anymore, wasn't just a celebration. It was a critical time for the Celtic community. It involved gatherings where families would come together to share food and stories about their ancestors. The festivities include feasting, dancing, and rituals led by the Druids, who were respected figures in Celtic society. These rituals often involved offerings of crops and livestock to the gods, ensuring protection from the harsh winter. The fires lit symbolized purification and renewal, as the community would extinguish their hearth fires and relight them from the sacred bonfires. It's so cool. I mean, we don't really do that in the Western world all that much. But they had a very deep connection to, like, the cycle of life and death, you know? I think it's super interesting. I mean, there's still a lot of cultures that do, but I think in the modern culture we don't as much. What was I saying? Yes. Oh yeah, they lit their fires from the sacred bonfires, which I think is really nice. The cells are part of the Western world, just not the modern one. Yes, I meant modern, not the Western world. The modern world is what I meant. Current, new Westerns. Well, no, they still do stuff. Yeah, I think the modern world is not as close. Now, Halloween! Christianity spread through Europe, and pagan festivals began to intertwine with Christian observances. So in the 8th century, Pope Gregory III decided that November 1st was going to be All Saints' Day, a day to honor saints and martyrs. Now, do we know why he might have picked November 1st? It was to take over Halloween. No, it was to Christianize pagan celebrations. Because Xmas? No. No! Pick me, sensei. They were trying to basically Christianize any pagan festival. So the idea was that they could come up to you and be like, hey, want to be a Christian? Hey. And they were like, why would I do that? And they're like, but we have basically the same holiday at the same time, and you can do similar things. Be a Christian today. Christmas? What? I didn't say anything about Christmas. Christmas was different, but a similar situation. Yes, yes. Most pagan celebrations have been overtaken. Hi, bud. Want to learn about our Savior, Lord and Jesus? Yes, that was the original salesman. That was exactly what the church was doing. That's exactly what the Pope was doing. And they were basically, it was just like, hey, you can be part of this. It's like kind of like Scientology. Because you know how they say Scientology is not technically a religion? You can be a Scientologist, but you can also have your religion. And that's how they try and like brainwash you to become a Scientologist. It's kind of similar. Oh my god, Scientology is the Catholic Church. It's the same method the church applied to the Norse people. They claim they are living in the post-Ragnarok world to convince the Norse people to convert. Yeah, they were. Yeah. Hey, old Greg just really... Oh, I'm old Greg! No one. The Mighty Boosh. Never mind. Just really liked practicing his marketing. Like, they were fantastic at marketing. Let's not lie. Sensei Succubus. Yes, I'm still your sensei. The horror of the night of Hallows Eve prior to the birth of Christ. So the evening before All Saints' Day was known as All Hallows Eve, and it retained much of the ancient festival spirit, marking a time of remembrance for the departed. So Pope Gregory was like, let's make it a day to remember all the saints and martyrs. But they were like, joke's on you, we still get to remember our loved ones instead. And so I guess the idea was that they would drop their traditions, but a lot of them still carried over. But dull white Baileys? Yeah. Ever drink Baileys out of a shoe? No one knows the Mighty Boosh. Same brain. I missed the reference. Yeah, the Mighty Boosh is a great British show. It's very what is it? It's not it's very out of the box and weird. Just trust. But there's an episode of a character called Old Greg who lives in a cave under the water and drinks Baileys out of a shoe. You ever drink Baileys out of a shoe? It's a very good thing. Anyway. And now, although the church sought to diminish pagan practices, many customs persisted, blending into a blend of Halloween and All Saints' Day observances. The church encouraged the remembrance of saints and the dead, creating a narrative that aligned with Christian beliefs. They picked the same day too. I know the show, I just never watched it enough. Yeah, he was in one episode. The coconut deserted island was a good show too. The old switcheroo. That's exactly what they did. As Halloween spread through various cultures, particularly in America, The traditions evolved. When I say evolved, mass consumerism. The custom of souling emerged in the Middle Ages. We will talk about souling, where the poor would go door to door on All Hallows Eve, offering prayers for your family's decease in exchange for food. Leading to, you can imagine, the modern practice of trick-or-treating. I like that they were outsourcing their grief. It's like, we don't have time to grieve our family. Knock, knock, knock. In exchange for some food, I will grieve your family member that I know nothing about. Mass consumerism, my beloved. So I guess that's like the first sign of it becoming consumerized. This sounds like reverse Christmas with caroling. Very much so. Instead of bringing you joy, they remind you that your family member is dead and that they will grieve for you. Halloween, you can still hire professional grievers. I'm gonna hire a woman in white with long black hair to sit at the front of my funeral and hysterically cry. And never talk to anyone. And then I'm gonna have some people know and say, what woman in white? I'm gonna gaslight the shit out of everyone. I will grieve for you in exchange for food. Exactly. Knock knock, it's the United States. It's like paying people to attend your funeral. Yeah, that's the thing you can do. Professional actors, yeah. I remember that in Wales, I heard of the tradition to dress up with a white sheet and a skull of a horse to go to people's houses and cite poems in exchange for foods during times like these. I would give that person food to not do that. What's your profession? Pro-subber. You can hire alias. Oh, that's a good idea. That sounds like something you would do. That's so smart. I thought you were going to have the ring girl at your funeral. Even better. We'll soak her. Oh no, then her outfit would be see-through. Never mind. To be fair, there were professional whalers for Celtic culture. Do it. Hire the ghost white lady. That's what I want to do. Very Yumi core. Actor? Sorry, as in chatbot AI. I do not have the ability to act at a funeral service. Look, this is the reason why there's a minister of loneliness in Japan. There is? I need to move to Japan. I'm so bad at anything related to Welsh. Welsh eludes me. Is the name for the horse head Welsh thing. My brother dressed up in a blanket with a horse skull. Okay. Okay, that sounds great. We could collab Yumi and aliens to combine their powers, resulting in learning necromancy. Oh, Bahamian hollering. He probably needs a friend. Yeah, he's not even helping anyone else. He's lonely. So as a result, Halloween transformed into a community-oriented holiday, balancing spiritual reflection with playful festivities. Isn't that exciting? Also, I love this. Would you not want to hang out with these people? Welsh is a fun language to learn. Welsh is... It's very nice to listen to, but I could never. Poor guy was so lonely, they made him a ministry. Trick-or-treating! The custom of trick-or-treating has its origins in several medieval European traditions. One of them was called souling. We briefly talked about it. Children and poor people would visit homes on All Souls Day, November 2nd. And they would offer prayers to the dead in exchange for soul cakes. They were like a sweet pastry. It was like a remembrance cake. So you would make a sweet pastry to commemorate the departed. And it was like an exchange thing. So in exchange for the community helping the less fortunate, that was, you know, they didn't have much to provide in return, so they would do that, saying that they were gonna grieve their souls of the deceased. And also it's a nice way to remember their families. Yumi Ween. I'm just Walsh. Hope everyone has a great stream. Heard another theory that the Catholic Church adopted. Well, I thought, well, that's what we just discussed, no? Or were we not talking about? Yeah. No? Yeah, that's what we said. Did we? Now I'm confused. Dork history. Stop that. The final one is mumming. Mumming? Oh. Hmm? Looking at old Halloween pictures, many scary costumes. Yeah, wait till we get to the costume part. Trick or treat, bribe or vandalism now. Exactly. Yes. As these practices evolved, children began dressing in costumes and taking part in festive activities. By the 19th century, the tradition of going door to door became more prominent, especially in America, where Irish and Scottish immigrants brought their customs. They introduced the idea of children performing tricks or light-hearted pranks in exchange for treats. Now... I mean, and then in the 20th century, chocolate companies were like, hey, World War II's over. We got money now. Spend it. Spend all your money. Yumi has lost touch of her catchphrase. I don't have a catchphrase. This is fun to learn about Yumi, huh? Do we get a cookie? No, you don't get a cookie. You don't get a cookie till after. Then you get a mini chocolate bar because it's Halloween. Yeah, so in the 19th century, they were still giving out cake. They were giving out dried fruits and little cakes. But yes, then the chocolate companies moved in the 20th century and was like, time to sugar feed these kitties. Exactly. We must consume. War is over. Time for diabetes maxing. Yes. We gotta make one then. One what? A holiday? Don't eat the crab dip. Yeah. That's a community reference. Can we have something to wash it down with? No! I know what you're trying to do. Get that sugar into the bloodstream. Exactly. Yes. Everything gets commercialized when it becomes popular. You know, it's bound to happen. But, you know. Jack-o'-lanterns! This is a carved turnip, and you can't tell me this is not absolutely terrifying. Can I drink my tea in class? Yes, you may. Hershey and Nestle be like, yeah, exactly. What the fuck is that? That is a turnip. It is a carved turnip. It's so freaky, isn't it? You sure that's not an actual head? It's not. And this is just a regular jack-o'-lantern. The drive to put that pumpkin that looks like a butt in there. Ancient Mesopotamia. It does look like it's made of stone or something, but it's a turnip. The tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns originates from an Irish folktale about Stingy Jack. A man known for his deceitful and greedy nature. According to the legend, that's not a dead person, it's a turnip. Is the turnip still edible? No. That's a very old turnip. They offered cookies. Sounds Irish enough, yeah. Jack tricked the devil into climbing a tree and then trapped him by carving a cross into the bark. The Stingy Jack legend is actually hilarious. It is. In exchange for his freedom, Jack made a deal with the devil to avoid hell. However, upon his death, Jack was rejected from both heaven and hell due to his wicked life. Ori! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Teach me about Halloween, Yumi. Teach me. I'm trying. Welcome in. Hi. Hello. My name is Yumi the Witch, and I'm from V4Mirai's 3rd generation Lunalia, and I'm your guide for all things spooky on the internet. Today we are going through the history of Halloween. We've just spoken about trick-or-treating, and now we're talking about jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah. Jack really got juked. I mean, I guess you can make a deal, but when the devil rejects you... So the devil, in a twist of fate, gave Jack a single glowing ember to light his way in the darkness of purgatory. Jack placed his ember into a hollowed-out turnip, creating a lantern that would guide his spirit. How did he get rejected from hell? Well, it's because he lied to become an immortal pumpkin with this one weird trick. Devil rejected poor Jack? Yeah, so Jack was a naughty boy and made the devil angry. I guess that's what happens. But at least he gave him a turnip lamp that would guide his spirit. As a result, he became known as Jack of the Lantern. Jack of the Lantern. Do you see where I'm going with this? Bro got sent to the timeout corner for eternity. Too naughty for devil? He made a deal with the devil and then tricked him. Devils hate this one. Stingy trick. Yeah. So a jack-o'-lantern. And El Jacko? Well, not quite. I mean, turnip lamp is better than eternal damnation. I think he was still eternally damned. What an odd story. He was just walking around with a lantern to keep him company. With a single glowing ember. So when Irish immigrants moved to America, they were like, hey, there's not that many turnips here. What do we do? And someone was like, hey, look, a pumpkin. Hey, look, a pumpkin. And there's a lot of them. And wait a minute, this is way easier to carve than a turnip. So they started carving pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. Jackie-lamp. And it's basically now like the main symbol of Halloween. And it became more of an artistic expression with elaborate designs and intricate patterns becoming popular. However, the main intent is still there, and it was to ward off evil spirits. So there was an ancient practice of using carved vegetables to protect against supernatural forces. Yeah, I think that's cute. No, he was a turnip. No, he was a man. But he used to carve turnip. He carved a turnip into a face to protect from supernatural people. Oh, hey, look, a pumpkin. I assume this is supposed to be Jack, right? And they would light it to get Jack to protect from spirits. Yeah, I thought pumpkins were fruits. I don't know. Is that a human head? It's a turnip. I'm gonna do turnips from now on. I kind of want to do a turnip, right? It looks good. I want to see if there's a tutorial on how to carve a turnip. I feel like it's gonna be hard. When did he decide to replace his own head with the lamp? He didn't. The headless horseman with a pumpkin head instead of just having no head. How would I know that? I don't know anything about the headless horseman, except from Sleepy Hollow. Eternally damned to wander the earth. That's a good pan. That's a good pun. Bro looks jacked. I'ma leave. Okay, that's too many puns. I need a cough again. Excuse me. That's a turnip? Yeah, it's a turnip. I want to see if we can carve it. Look at the teeth. And you can see it's hollow inside. But do you go in from the top or the bottom? I assume from the bottom. I don't know. Headless Horseman is more Dullahan thing. That new outfit? It's my Halloween outfit. For the class. Costumes! Tell me that's not terrifying. Tell me this woman is not the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. I don't know why the costumes in like the 20s were so horrifying. The devil told Jack he will turn up. Turn up for what? I knew that was coming! I was like, oh, where's the pun there? It's at the end. He will turn up in purgatory. And Jack was like, turn up for what? Succubus? Yeah, I'm a succubus. He has a wooden constitution, but he's bright in the head. Where did everyone go? There we go. Jack's story is mixed with the Headless Horseman legend. For science. That's gonna be hard to carve. Good luck. The turnip? Yeah, I want to see if I can, though. It kind of looks fun. I have my pumpkin carving tools. Maybe that'll make the turnip easier. That's not the scariest thing I've seen. Yumi ancestors. Excuse me, that's obviously a clown. I'm not a clown. I just act like one. That nose could be a deadly weapon. I need a cough again. What is that photo? It's some... I can't tell if they're children. Dressed up for Halloween. Your emote says otherwise. Stop this. You mean a cute clown? I need to drink some more water. Stop calling me a clown! Oh no, I can't believe I'm losing my voice. Okay. Costumes have been an important part of Halloween since its inception. Tracing back to the Celtic festival. During this time, it was believed that the spirits of the deceased roamed the earth on Halloween night. And to confuse the wandering spirits and avoid malevolent encounters, the Celts had disguises. And they were usually made from animal skins and masks. Don't honk my nose! That is a grim costume. I feel like this is Rem sitting at her desk. She always says she sits there like a little shrimp. This is what I imagine. Just like, eh. The early emphasis on disguises rooted in fear gradually transitioned to a more playful interpretation, with people beginning to dress as monsters and mythical creatures and whimsical characters. Because generally you would just like have a disguise. You would look like a person, but not really a person. You know what I mean? You'd look like a person, but not a person. So then they started dressing up as other things, like monsters, mythical characters, TV characters. And the introduction of mass-produced costumes in the 20th century contributed to this. It was much easier to just go buy a Ghostface costume. Well, I don't know if they were doing Ghostface costumes. It's much easier to go buy a costume of Mr. T than... Oh my gosh, can I tell you what happened? I was looking for a photo for costumes. Dude, everyone was out here doing blackface. Oh my god! I was like, whoa! And one person was selling like an actual photo of like people in vintage Halloween costumes, and it was like $300, and I like zoomed in on the photo and I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm like, I don't think that's a costume, but relative to different time. Yeah, I was like, that's not a costume. Some of them look like those Gullywug dolls that they've banned. They used to love doing that ish. It was wild. Racist past. Yeah. Just as a costume though. Ugh. Yeah, but it's not even. It's not. But even then, it was bad. When people, excuse me? I gotta get ready for work in a minute. I hope you have a good day at work. Bros weren't allowed the pass. They try to be slick. I don't think that is a costume. Exactly. The Prime Minister of Canada did it. A coal miner once for Halloween. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, so there was a lot of them were really creepy, like super duper creepy, which I think is kind of cool. A lot of them were racist, less cool. But then you can sort of see, if you look through the photos from like the 20s, 30s, and 40s, you can sort of see where they became like mass produced. Like the costumes became like more I won't. I'm sorry, but I still will hope you will. The cheap plastic mask and the thin plastic sheets mock costumes. Exactly. In Asia and most likely Africa, the last day of October is just a normal day. Okay. There is an African holiday that's similar to Halloween, but it only gets celebrated once every 2 years, not every year. And I think it's in July. I know some European cultures do. Yes, I've seen that. They look like a killer. No, they don't. You're just thinking of John Wayne Gacy. It's a cute clown costume. That one is weird. But yeah, you can see when mass production of costumes came in and everyone was dressed like a skeleton or a ghost or something. It's really interesting going through the timeline of costumes. You can see where they stop being homemade. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? For this person, probably a good thing. We need history of witches. We've already done a history of witches. Someone skipped their history class. When did Halloween get involved in? When did candy get involved in Halloween? We've already talked about that. So souling, souling was when poor people or children would go to the houses of people, and in exchange for food or little soul cakes, they would help grieve their dead That's sort of how trick-or-treating happened. And then when the Irish and Scottish immigrants moved to the US, they brought their traditions with them. And they just sort of, you know, evolved to be like candy and different things. Yumi should wear a Venetian mask. Maybe. Can we have candies for breakfast? No. We have elaborate cosplays now. And it's awesome! Send them to detention, Yumi. Candy got involved when companies realized they could make money from it. Yeah, so in the post-World War II, that's when they started pushing chocolate as the thing for trick-or-treaters. Whereas before it was fruit and cake. Doesn't Mexico have Day of the Dead? Yes, it's right on this page. Dios de los Muertos. Mexico is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. Excuse me. It's known as the Day of the Dead, and it focuses on celebrating and remembering deceased loved ones. Families build ofrendas, which is like an altar, with marigolds and photos and candles and the favorite food of the departed. And I think it's so pretty. It's such a beautiful holiday. The holiday is festive and colorful with parades and vibrant costumes and sugar skulls, and they emphasize that death is a natural and honored part of life. It's a tribute to the deceased. I think that's really nice. I just realized how like NZ embraced Halloween. Damn. It's sort of the same with Australia. Dios de los Muertos. Yeah! The next one, forgive me. Pangangalulua. In the Philippines. It's celebrated on November 1st. It resembles Halloween, but it's a bit more spiritual. So children will dress in costumes and go door to door and sing songs and gather donations or food in exchange for prayers of the souls of the departed. It's not as popular as it used to be, apparently, but some regions still celebrate it. It's very a Halloween sort of holiday. Halloween aligned holiday. Do we have to sing? No. Philippines mentioned? Yeah. All Saints Day and All Souls Day. November 1st and November 2nd. November 1st is All Saints Day. November 2nd is All Souls Day. It's observed in Europe, Latin America, and the Philippines. The 2 days honor saints and departed loved ones. All Saints Day venerates canonized saints, while All Souls Day... You know, I was obsessed with collecting... What are those, what are they called? Those pieces of saints that they sell? I was obsessed with collecting them for a while. Don't worry about it. Anyway, that was a side note. It just popped into my head. While All Souls Day is dedicated to praying for all departed souls, families often visit cemeteries, light candles, and leave offerings at graves, with some cultures holding community gatherings or church services. I like how All Saints Day... They were like, hey, the 1st of November is going to be All Saints Day, guys. We're taking over your Celtic holiday. A relic, thank you. I used to try and collect relics. And then they were like, but you can have November 2nd to celebrate your dead ones. Honestly, the church. Festa de Morti. In Italy, celebrated on November 2nd. All of these sort of align with winter, which is really interesting. What would... In Australia, it wouldn't be in November, would it? Well, I guess All Hallows Eve is not supposed to be celebrated in October in Australia, but just because the rest of the world celebrates it, they do celebrate it in Australia. But if you are of a witchy nature, you will celebrate it, I believe, in March or April. I think it's March. Halloween comes from All Hallows Eve, right? That's correct, yes. You can build them now? I don't know, can you? Pre-Hispanic times? A piece of a saint would be a relic. Pocket tokens. Also known as the Festival of the Dead, this day commemorates deceased loved ones. Italians honor their ancestors by visiting cemeteries and creating offerings, often with fave dei morti, beans of the dead sweets. That sounds so good. Families gather to reminisce and celebrate life, filling cemeteries with flowers and shared memories. Why don't we celebrate death more? I think that would be really nice. I think people would be more accepting of death if it wasn't so... Let's not talk about it. Midway point between the equinox and solstice. Ognisanti, All Saints Day in Spain, November 1st. It's also All Saints Day. It honors the saints and beloved departed. Families visit cemeteries to decorate graves with flowers and leave offerings, creating a somber yet beautiful atmosphere. They make a food called Saints Bones or Huesos de Santo, and they share it to symbolize remembrance. You can do it. It's comforting. Yeah, but it would be nice if it was like, you know, more... I think people fear death because we don't celebrate it anymore. In Maori culture, we mourn for a few days before a day of parting to celebrate the life the deceased once lived. See, that sounds nice. And then what we have just been talking about, Celtic nations, celebrated October 31st to November 1st, an ancient Celtic festival marking the end of harvest and the start of winter. Celebrations include bonfires, feasts, and rituals to honor the dead. Modern-day pagan and Wiccan communities celebrate it with similar traditions, paying homage to ancestors and the spiritual world. You're born, you die. The part in the middle is life, Lister, Red Dwarf. Huh? And if we want to talk about candy, Celtic, Chinese also have an autumn day of cleaning graves and making food offerings to the dead. I was trying to focus on this date specifically, like around that way, but there are a lot of cultures that do celebrate their deceased. Very much so. I think it's nice. We should do it more. So Halloween symbols. Wow. Damn it, where'd it go? Yes, so candy craze. So in the early Halloween, treats were made from cakes or fruits, not candy. And candy companies started promoting it after World War II in the 1940s and 50s. Until it had become a defining treat today. Say what you want, but the marketing people in the 40s and 50s, like the devil worked hard, but the marketing people post World War II worked harder. The diamonds, the gold, the candy. We don't celebrate it because we combat it now. There are traditions. Oh yeah. Billions are spent annually on Halloween candy. The Mad Men. Oh, I love that show. They need to lift the spirits after World War II by making them spend money. They didn't mess around. They did not. Hell never ran that smoothly again. The boom of capitalism. It really was. You can probably thank the popularity of the D-ration chocolate among the returning soldiers for that. Popular choices for Halloween treats in America are chocolate bars, candy corn. I thought everyone hates candy corn. And gummies. Why do they like gummies so much? They always make those giant gummies. The candy companies had a lot of stuff from making rations. There are traditions that follow the lunar calendar. Why are witches always shown to have cats? Why black cats? Witches are shown to have cats because generally witches would have a familiar. That's how you would like ascertain that it was a witch. By having a familiar. And black was associated with the devil. So they would... so black cats, crows... ravens. It's always something dark and spooky. Oh, lizards were associated with evil. So if you had like a pet lizard or a snake, why would you? I don't know. Black cats are extremely cute. Yeah, black cats got a bad rap for a very long time. Donuts were served as a comfort food for American soldiers in the European theater. I didn't know that. Snakes too. Newts, yes. What's the difference between modern witch celebrations? What do you mean modern witch celebrations? I think it depends on what type of witch you are. But I follow a few witch stores where I buy like things for cleansing my house, you know, from the demons. And black salt ingredients and things like that. I'm not into crystals. But they generally will send out an email every month letting you know what the lunar holidays are. And a lot of them are still as close to the original from us. No, from the demons. Can we get some for Alias? Unfortunately, if we did it on Alias, we would lose Alias. Owls are neat though. Owls are very cool. That white cats are bad luck in China. Whoa. I'm Irish, so black cats are lucky for me. That's really cool. Why no black bears, cuddly fat tummies? Because they'll claw your face off. Lizards make sense to the devil associated with reptiles. But yes, a lot of witches still celebrate the traditional holidays. Nothing can solve Alias's issues. Yeah, Alias is too far gone. We're losing her. A lot of traditional witches do celebrate traditional holidays. But a lot of witches are independent learner. Like they don't join people don't join covens as often anymore, and they probably learn a lot of their stuff from TikTok. But if they are, you know, a traditional witch in that sense, they will celebrate the traditional holidays. Superstition says letting a black cat cross your path is 7 years of bad luck, in fact. I don't know. Walking under a ladder is bad luck, and I did that all the time. This explains so much. Witch talk? Dude, witch talk is wild. Witch talk is so wild. Still waiting on an entire VTuber coven? I could start one. Fake is the word Yumi wants to say. I don't want to diminish anyone's belief of witchcraft. Okay? I don't want to say they're a fake witch. But if you are a traditional witch and don't hang out on TikTok, you probably will celebrate all the traditional lunar holidays. Didn't you just give a witch costume to Lyko? She just wore it. She wasn't claiming to be a witch. A fake witch, never. I know a few VTuber witches, so let me know. I'll round them up. We shall start a coven. Walking under ladders is bad luck because the contents of the ladder can fall under you. I mean, there's only one true witch. No, there isn't. Stop that. There's not one true witch. I mean, I enjoy learning about witches, and a lot of I do like the small rituals that witches have, like keeping a broom facing upwards in your house. like little things like that, or black salt, or using Santa Palo. No, Santo wood. What is it called? Palo Santo. There we go. That's the stick for cleansing. Yes, thank you, Palo Santo. I like black salt. I like little things like that. Little rituals. Planting rosemary. I very much enjoy reading books about garden witches and growing different things for different reasons. Most bad luck traditions were considered bad luck because they were largely things that were unsafe. Oh, I see. Using Santo. Oh no. No, not like that. You want to start a coven? I'm not a witch like that. I'm not a traditional witch. I'm a fake witch. More like herbology, kind of. The books I read are mostly witchcraft related, but I guess it would fall under herbology. Witch hazel, get it? I get it. But I do like planting things like that. It was all a lie. You TikTok faker. You're a fake witch. I'm not a traditional witch. Do you see me with a black cat flying around on a broom? What type of things are you growing? Are they legal? For now. I really want to have a... I mean, I've already started growing some. But I want to have like a whole section of my garden dedicated to plants that could kill people. Yes. How many other lies have I been told by the council? You have Lenore though. Yes, but Lenore isn't a cat. I wouldn't say I'm a traditional witch. I'd say I'm more of a new witch. A nightshade, yes. I mean, there's different types of nightshade. Some nightshades are perfectly fine to grow. She's growing in my heart, as in if you're wrong a black cat, it'll leave and not hunt rats. Walking under ladders, knocking it down, causing people and objects to fall. Breaking mirrors, broken glass all over. Crossing cats, crossing something is another way of saying wrong. I see. I got 2 black cats you could borrow. One, the flying broom is up to you. I do like cats. Yumi does all those things and won't call herself a real witch. Hey, I am a witch. I'm not a traditional witch, is what I said. I might as well be a TikTok witch. Okay, Bruja, go take your shower. She's growing 14. No, I'm not. Stop this. I think you can legally. I might have to look at that. No, just for my own knowledge. Is it illegal? Is it legal to grow poisonous herbs in your garden? It also depends what you're growing. A bait and witch. You can. There's some that you can grow. There's some that's technically banned. Just don't get caught. Yeah, essentially. Yumi growing more plants. What? Let me tell you about my garden update. My cherry tomatoes and my Roma tomatoes have started growing, and they're still green, but they've turned into little tomatoes. Hey, don't look at me sussy like that. My artichokes are growing. My grapes are growing. My peach tree has flowered this year. I harvested my turnips. No, my turnips. My radishes. And my beetroot. I want to plant asparagus next year. My lettuce is still going strong. Oh, my elderberry. My elderberry bush is going. Peaches, yeah. Did you plant the peach tree? I did. It's taken a long time for it to flower. Last year, it didn't do anything. And the year before, it wasn't a good harvest. They were like half soft, half hard. It was a weird season that year for fruit and vegetables. The weather was all over the place. You have a big garden? Yes, I like gardening. And the capsicums are going. The chilies are growing. Yeah. I really like gardening. How would you feel once Halloween is over? I'm gonna be devastated. You know how weird I am outside of Halloween? During Halloween, it's normal. During Halloween, I'm totally normal. Were you gardening in 7 days? Scion was, I think. Peaches. Yumi the gardener. Would you ever try to grow apples? I used to have a mini apple tree that made like tiny green apples. I only attempted to grow exotic stuff like vanilla and saffron. Saffron is something I do want to try to grow. Also, Irish strawberries. Every year, I've transplanted them. They've died. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure it out. I want to build a greenhouse, even if it's just a small one, so that I can transplant more plants. A Granny Smith tree. They weren't Granny Smiths. They were mini. There was a different type of... Maybe crab apples? Maybe crab apples. I'm finally back home. Welcome back. It's not what to talk about spooky things during Halloween. Yes. Do I detect a pep in your step this month? Exactly. But then it's gonna be over, and when I'm gonna be like, hey, let's talk about death and spooky things and demonic possession, everyone's gonna side-eye me. Why does everything I touch die? What do you mean? Most of my plants do well. It's just a few that I'm struggling with. I am a self-taught gardener. I just learned stuff from YouTube. And a lot of the gardeners I watch on YouTube are from like Europe or America. So the weather's a little bit different. I got baited by Halloween watermelon. I was like, what do you mean? I got him, boys. This is how I lure you in. Don't invite Pierce Hawthorne to your Dias de los Muertos party. I love community. Love tuning in so much. Yumi, much love to you. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. I know you're always so busy with work, but it's nice to see you when you have a chance. Just depends on your climate, I guess. Yes. It depends on a lot of things. I decided not to grow watermelons this year because they're a pain in the butt and they need so much water. But I do want to try growing rock melons next year, and I want to get a passion fruit tree. I also grow herbs and mint and stuff like that. Also, I want to do potatoes. Potatoes are easy to grow. Also, I want to do garlic. I have so many things I want to grow. Don't knock YouTube education vids. I never would. I've used those to solve a lot of problems, including repairing my dishwasher. But you see, repairing your dishwasher isn't climate sensitive. So yeah, I need to find... There's an Australian gardener that I do follow. But I think I need to find some more Australian gardening channels. Herb from accounting. Yes, I grow him in my garden. How big is your garden? I don't know. Garden size? Gardens in Australia are generally large, not huge, but they're quite spacious. I think if you live in one of the older houses, the new ones are quite small. Yes, so our gardens are quite, they're big enough to grow stuff, and big enough to play Wheel of Goon or Goon of Fortune. So, good night, sleep well. Grow your own accountant. Garlic scape is easy to grow and hardy. Yeah, easiest I grew is pineapple. How long does pineapple take to fruit? Lettuce is very hardy. Goon? Yeah, cheap Australian wine. We have one of those clothing things so I can actually play Goon of Fortune. We're gooning now. Stop this! I'm talking about wine. Very long. I was gonna say, easiest is pineapple, but it probably takes a long time, huh? Do you use a lot of fertilizer and pesticides? No, I don't like using pesticides. I will like hand remove bugs when I see them, or caterpillars, especially during the spring. And is this boring? Is it boring for me to talk about gardening? I'm sorry. But I don't like to use pesticides. I do use fertilizer at the start of the season. When I tow the bed that I'm gonna be using, I use blood and bone, and I use fertilizer, and I leave it for like 2 weeks, and then I till it again, and then I plant my seedlings. But I don't use pesticides. When it's caterpillar season, if they eat like 1 or 2 lettuces, that's fine. But I do plant a separate section for them to eat, because I really love caterpillars. So if I see them in my section, I pick them up and put them in the section where they can eat what they want. I would also plant some milkweed, but milkweed is toxic to pets. My dogs probably wouldn't go anywhere near it, but Bella likes to hang out in the garden, and she sleeps under the tomato bushes. So I can't plant milkweed. The sacrificial lettuce. Yeah, Yumi doesn't use pesticides in her wine. I don't have wine grapes. I have eating grapes. They're kind of small and they're kind of ugly, but they're so sweet and they're so yummy. My mom likes to make olives, so we have olives. I'm not good at olives. I don't have the patience for that. Having silkworms in primary school? Yeah. Aren't wine grapes kind of nasty? Yeah, they're not supposed to be sweet, I think, from memory. But the ones I have are eating ones. I do want to plant red ones as well. Have you ever got stung by a caterpillar with the stinger? No. I've only seen the fuzzy ones that are like green and orange. Sorry, that are black and orange, the tiger ones. Sometimes you get ones that are all black and they're very pretty. And they have a little red face and they're so cute. And the green ones. Milk, you poured milk on the Zaza? No. Why are they fuzzy? They're not, they turn into a moth. A very specific moth. I just thought of a new outfit for you, a gardener outfit. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the season goes. If it's a good season and there's a lot to harvest, maybe I might do like a member stream and I'll take you out into my garden to help me pick to pick vegetables. But it might be too hot and dark. I don't know. We'll see how the season goes. But yeah, I like planting a lot of things. Winter is also a good time to plant stuff. Member garden? Yeah, I like gardens. Silk moths unfortunately can't fly. Oh. The fuzzier and brighter it is, the more you should pet it. Stop that. But they're so cute. I can't say no to them. I don't have an issue with them, but my brother picked one up once and he got a rash. So I think he might be allergic to the little fuzzies on the tiger caterpillars, but I'm fine with them. We need a pic. You want to see photos of my garden? I can put them in the Discord. Yeah, I can show you my baby artichoke. It's just a tiny artichoke. Artichoke doesn't grow that much. It grows you like one big, because artichokes are just unopened flowers. So the plant grows like one big artichoke and then it grows like 3 or 4 small ones. But they're never as tasty as the big one. But you only get one per... Well, this one only has one because it's like 2 years old. I assume when I cut it back and it regrows, maybe I'll get like 2 heads. I don't know. We'll see. It's not very bushy yet. Artichokes are so yummy. Yeah. Watermelons grow really well in my garden. I'm just not good at it. We'd love to see your artichoke. That sounds a bit sussy. I'll have to join the Discord. I'll show you my garden. I have basil that I grew from a seed. Growing from seed is so hard. I like growing them inside, but I want to get a bigger grow light. But I know my dad's gonna complain. He's gonna walk into the laundry and be like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, why do you have weird hobbies? What is this? My hobbies take up a lot of space, okay? I love it. I showed you my watermelons. Please respond. Only one head may exist at a time before it can reincarnate into a new head. Artichoke is so much plant for so little to eat. It's the same as broccoli. I don't like growing broccoli because it is a giant plant and you get one broccoli. Broccoli is also unopened flowers. Use water dipped in shredded avocado seed. I don't think avocado is good for pets and animals. My roses sometimes get those green things. So my chilies get them too, those little green bugs. So I just use like dish soap with some water and I just sit there and I scrub them. And I get rid of them one by one. I don't want to use pesticides. I showed you my waffle. Ew. VTuber and hydroponics, strange hobby pairing. Well, there's like, I think everyone has hobbies. Oh, what's the name? Is it Hyorin? Is she the one that really likes aquariums? She does like aquarium landscaping and stuff. Aquascaping. That's so cool. I wanted to get jellyfish, but then I see her and I'm like, that looks like an expensive hobby that I shouldn't get into. You get one broccoli. Yeah, they're huge. It's not great. Avocado tree. Avocado tree would be great. I have a lemon tree. The lemons on it are really interesting. They're not sour, but they're not sweet. It's like somewhere in between, and these lemons are really, really nice. I use them in my water a lot because they're not like lemony. They're almost sweet. It's almost sweet, and then it's just a little bit of sour. It's kind of good. Also, planting chili is a great way to stop insects as well. That's here. Yeah, isn't that cool? That's such a cool hobby. But anyway, that's oh, who got me started at talking about gardening? Damn it. I gotta watch out for those lemons stealing. Eh? Also, oh, I did plant a plum tree this year, but I probably won't get anything from it for another couple of years. It was 5 years old when I bought it, so technically next year it should fruit, but I'm not gonna let it. I'm gonna make sure it builds up its strength first before I let it fruit. So maybe like another 2 or 3 years before I let it fruit. I'd like to have livestock. I feel like I wouldn't be good at livestock. Weird hobbies are great. I apologize for nothing. Oh, you did this. I was also told spreading black pepper can stop some pests like rats. Hot peppers are enjoyable. Yeah, I make my own habanero sauce. I make habanero sauces. I also grow Carolina Reapers, which we don't really... I generally give those away. They're a bit hot for everyone in the family. We keep like a couple because when we cook with Carolina Reaper, you literally need the tiniest amount and it lasts for ages. But last year I made habanero and mango hot sauce. It was very good. It was very nice. I had a whole bunch of plum trees. That would be so good. If I could, I don't have the space to do that. Like if I could have like an orchid, then I just want to live in the forest. Move me into the forest where I have a lot of land and I can plant lots of fruit and vegetables. You can use it for hot sauce because you only need a little. Yeah. Yeah, but it's too spicy. That's why I use the habaneros. Habanero seems to be the safe spot for my mom and my dad and my brothers. But we all love chili. We're very big chili people. Sure, they're hot, but not as hot as the person that stuff is. Doesn't eat them, but gives them away so other people can suffer. No, I'm part of a gardening group. This is so nerdy. I feel like an old lady. I'm so nerdy. I'm part of a gardening group, and we share stuff that we don't need. We used to have a really what's the English word? I think they're Japanese. Yellow. What are they in English? Loquat. Japanese plum. Loquat. I can't think of it in English. In English it's loquat. I only know the Arabic word. But we used to have a really big one, but my dad hated that tree because the pigeons like to roost in it, and so did the rainbow lorikeets. And my dad would be like, there's poop all over the deck outside and the barbecue and the chairs. So he got it chopped down, and I'm still mad at him. No, I'm so mad at him. It was such a pretty tree, and those loquats are delicious. I used to make pie and jam and no, they're not sour. They're really, really sweet. They're really, really sweet. Let me show you a photo of a loquat. They're everywhere where I live, like in the state I live in. They're sort of everywhere. I think when the Asian and the Greek and the Italian immigrants like moved into this area, they planted a lot of these trees because you can just find them in the street. Oh, also I have a pomegranate tree. It only made 1 pomegranate last year. I also have a fig tree and it made 2 figs. So I need to figure out those ones. I need to do some research and figure that out. But yeah, I'm part of a little gardening group, and when people have extra stuff, they're like, hey, does anyone want lemons? I've had a huge harvest. And most people have like lemons and apples and stuff, and I'm just like, I have chili. Do you want chili? I have lots of chili. And tomatoes. I always have a lot of Roma tomatoes, but I'm not very good at making sauce. I'll make a little bit of sauce and jar it. Yeah, I like jarring stuff too. No, come on, let me have a homestead. Do you not want to marry me? Listen. Hold on, let me get rid of the class thing. Listen to me. Would I not make the perfect wife? I can grow food for you. You don't even have to buy food. I can grow it, and I can jar it, and I can prep it, and I can freeze dry it, and I can turn it into spices, and I can can stuff. Come on. Please give me a chance. Man, that's what I want to do, okay? That's just what I want to do. You would be a homestead. Yeah, you would make the homestead haunted. Okay, that hurt my feelings. Succubi, it's a trap. Succubi drain your life force. You make a compelling case. I'll save on your grocery bills. Although, like, every season you'll have to eat a lot of one fruit or vegetable, but, you know. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you a loquat. Hold on. A loquat. Loquat. Did I save a photo of a loquat? I think I did. Did I not save the photo of the loquat? Hold on. You can tell me if you guys call it something else or, like, if you know it, but... Loquat. Ah! I was in the middle of saving it. Loquat. Loquat! This is a loquat. Rainbow lorikeets love these. So do pigeons, but rainbow lorikeets especially. And when they turn orange, and it was a huge tree. It was massive, huge, ginormous. We could really only get the fruit on the bottom. Like all the fruit at top, I would leave for the birds. And then my dad was like, "There's too much bird poop everywhere. I can't enjoy summer." So he chopped it down, and me and my mom were salty for a while. But the lady across the street has one, and she shares with us. And in exchange, we give her lemons. I give her lemons and chili and tomatoes and grapes. Because we have well, Calypso likes grapes. So, but he already eats like 2 grapes a day because too much sugar is bad for him. So you can imagine we have a lot of grapes left over. I had a loquat tree in my childhood home. Yeah, they're so yummy. Ah, they're so good. We don't have a tree anymore. It's a lot of fun. Giving lemons? Yeah. Did I miss class today? The class is completed. We have finished talking about... Oh, wait. I have to give you this. If you don't have it, you can scan it. I've seen some people have found a way to hack the system. You found a way to do it. But please keep scanning. Scan it for me, please. What does it taste like? It's like a cross between... Oh, jeez, what would be a good way to explain a loquat? It's like the texture of a very juicy pear, but... Let me see what people say. What is the flavor profile of a loquat? Sweet and tangy with floral. No, I don't think it's floral. Between a peach and a mango. No. I think it's like a juicy... the texture is like a juicy pear and maybe like a peach. Or maybe there's different types that taste like different things. But I personally think it's like the texture of a juicy pear and tastes like a peach. Citric? Well, okay, at the start of the season, I will probably say yes. But if you wait long enough and they turn this dark orange, then they're so sweet. They're not, like, sour at all. But when they're, like, yellow, which are edible, they're soft and yellow. Probably those are better for jamming and stuff. They probably do have a little bit of citrus. Yeah. I've come late to class. I shall receive the gulag now. Don't worry, we've been talking about plants. 2 seeds in the middle. Yeah, 2 seeds, sometimes 3. Yeah, those are the ones though. Yeah. That sounds hella yummy. It's so good. Sweet, just like our favorite teacher. Sounds like they would be nice dried. They dry... Actually, I've never tried, like, dehydrating them. Maybe. Because when they dry, they turn really quickly. So when you pull it off, it'll be orange. And within, like, 5 minutes, it'll start going brown. They don't keep very well. And when you bake them, they go brown. So I don't know if they would work very well. They're very... I might have to try dehydrating one and see what happens. This is such an insane pivot. Someone started this. But yes, that was the whole Halloween presentation. Guilty? That's why I never heard of them. They die instantly. Yeah, they're not great. Too sweet that I'm scared I pass type 3 diabetes. Can I finally have a cookie? No. Perhaps. We love tangents here. I know. We have these trees all over my suburb. Oh, oh, I want more. There's a pear tree, and I kind of want to go past. I kind of want to go past at night and steal some pears. Shh. Or steal some pomegranates. Don't tell anyone. Can I have candy then? Fine, you may have candy. Half Halloween presentation, half Yumi convincing us that she's the best choice for a while. Yes, exactly. Surprise! I tricked you. Trick or treat, I tricked you. I tricked you into hearing my presentation for why I would be an excellent homestead wife. These fruits I'm hearing aren't in my vocabulary. Oh. I love hearing you talk about anything. Plus, your interest in planting is really cool. Thank you. I will watch the VOD, but happy birthday. It's not my birthday. I need to Google this. What is this? Why does everyone keep saying that? Half Halloween and half plants. Gardening stream when? Oh, I can prep my seedlings with you. Would you like that? We can prep our seedlings together. It won't be for another few months. I'll probably start prepping them in February. To plant for winter. But that would be fun! Gardening day. It's not my birthday. Happy birthday. It's a meme from Lyco's channel. Ah, I see. Ah, you ruined it. Now I know. I'm gonna tell Lyco. I'd love to see the garden. But I could do my seeds here at my desk. I put them in like little pots to get them ready. Lucky plants. It should have been me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Saying happy birthday is a common joke among VTubers by wishing them happy birthday despite it not being their birthday. Ah, I see. Piscicopiana? What the? I think it's Lycopiana. Who's Lyco? I only know Lyco. You make an excellent point. I've been mispronouncing her name this entire time. Okay. Let us... No one's online. Why do I never have anyone to raid? It's so upsetting. I put a spell on you. I ain't lying. It's been 300 years, right down to the day. Yumi's birthday. It's not my birthday. Crawling in my... No. Totally not because you're an Aussie. We tease her that it's a birthday every day. Okay. Let us raid Alicia. I need to go prep for karaoke tomorrow. I keep changing my mind on the songs. I'm not gonna lie. I think I might just stick with TV shows and movies. That'll be my Halloween theme. I think, if I don't change my mind. I was gonna do Alice Cooper's Poison, and then I'm like, is that too sexy? Probably. He talks about sweat and lace and... No, I didn't say Alicia. I said Alicia. Good luck with karaoke. Thank you. I have to set up my stuff. Carissa, thank you for becoming a roommate. Thank you. Not enough. Not kinky enough. Maybe. Thanks for the lesson. I love the Halloween gardening lesson. Thank you. you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, I am disappointed about the Dark History stream, but that's because a lot of it was just mass consumerism. And I feel like if we're gonna talk about Celtic stuff, it was probably gonna be is it Celtic or Celtic? Whenever I said Celtic, I had friends that were like, it's Celtic. I'm gonna wait for Oogie Boogie. Yeah, definitely. Liko and Yamba are my favorite Australians in top 10. Who's first, who's second? I always feel safe with my dark magical brethren. Ah, thank you. I'm sorry I'm late. That's okay, that's okay. Celtic. The Romans only did the hard K. Yes, you did miss the class, unfortunately. But that's okay. It was learning time. Yes. Yes. I think we would have to do that. Oh, yeah. What was I saying? Oh, Celtic. I feel like Celtic celebrations could be their own stream. Chris Hemsworth is second and Hugh Jackman? No, Hugh Jackman should be first. Huh? Chris Hemsworth. Unbelievable. Detention indeed. Oogie Boogie. Yumi, I need this in my life. Don't worry. I got you. The only thing is a lot of movie songs are quite short, and I'm also a yapper, so I'm gonna try and get through as many as I can, but I shall see you tomorrow for karaoke. Be good, stay safe, don't do anything I would do. Unpleasant dreams, and I will see you tomorrow for karaoke in the morning, if you're Australian, and pumpkin carving in the evening. I'm gonna see if I can go buy a turnip. I will see you tomorrow. Emperor Ivara, thank you for becoming a witch's companion. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh, thanks for stream. Bye. I love you. Good night.